The Siletz tribes call this stretch of the Rogue River holy ground. And the ceremony surrounding the first salmon of the year is an ancient sacrament.
I know the history of this land, and I know my people were here, standing where we are. We're standing on their indelible footprints.
At 89, Agnes Pilgrim is the oldest living descendant of the Takelma tribe. She believes for thousands of years, tribes gathered at this very place to welcome the salmon's return.
They did this ceremony before any of them went fishing. All the tribes come together right here, thousands of them. Every tribe here in southern Oregon.
The practice ended more than 150 years ago when treaties forced all Native American tribes out of the Rogue River Valley. They lost track of the original ceremonial site until this 1933 photo of Agnes Pilgrim's father led them to the centerpiece of the ritual, the stone chair, on property just north of Gold Hill.
My name is Steve Kiesling, and I got into this because I bought the property 12 years ago, before really anybody knew that the salmon ceremony happened here.
By tradition, the tribal leaders sat in the stone chair to evaluate the salmon run and decide when to begin fishing. Today, we call it resource management.
Grandma Aggie said she wanted to sit in the chair, and she told me she wanted to sit in it when she was lying on her back, and she just had her hip or a knee replaced, and the chair is at the base of a Class 4 waterfall. So, thinking, yeah, right, anything you want, Grandma. It was scary because, we knew that if she hit the water, that was it. But she was determined to do it. It was magic. You hear the sound of the falls. She was singing in Takelma, and there were drums. It was the first time since 1850, when all these people were marched out of here, that the elder of the Takelma made it to that spot.
So I came today to sit in the same place where my father sat and letting people to know that we are carrying on the culture and the traditions of our people here.
Thank you, Grandma. I don't think you have, yes.
Now Agnes Pilgrim presides over the ancient ritual.
My ancestors are smiling today.
They're smiling today.
As their ancestors did, everyone partakes of the first salmon.
Enjoy.
Agnes Pilgrim revived this ritual 20 years ago with a new purpose.
And so I thought I would get people together and help me to get the dams off of the river and also to police the water. The salmon needed our help.
They collect the skin and bones, and in a private ceremony, a diver returns the remains to the bottom of the river.
It was really scary to dive in right there because there's all these different currents coming into this big pool.
The diver's offering honors the salmon for giving its life to feed the tribe.
Thank you. Oh, great job. Woo! God bless you. Love you, honey. Thank you. Just make me cry. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I love you. Thank you. Bald eagle. There you go. Right there. Oh, bald eagle. Wow.
Right that way.
All right. Oh, blessed be.
After the ceremony follows the feast.
The salmon in the belly has a lot of oil.
Agnes's son Keith Taylor cooks the salmon by the traditional method.
When you cook that way, the oil from the belly area runs down through the fish, and so it keeps it moist and gives it lots of flavor.
And so that's when I began in 1994. 1995, the state fish and game came over there. He said, Grandma, we don't know what you done, but there's more fish in that river than we ever heard of.
A lot has happened on the Rogue in the 20 years since Pilgrim renewed the first fish ceremony. The removal of 3 dams. habitat restoration efforts. Those projects alone have dramatically improved conditions for salmon.
You know, you can't tell me the Creator don't bless you when you do the right thing.
Agnes Pilgrim vows to continue the first salmon ceremony.
This must be done. This must be carried on to save the salmon nation and swimmers in the water, not just the Rogue River right here, all over the world. I am that voice. You are that voice. We got to take care of our rivers and streams if we're going to live on this planet. I want it to happen. I have 5 generations. I want those kids to get gray-headed like me and have clean air and clean water, don't you? This is what I'm carrying on, my people's unfinished work.